Back in the distant year of 2012, Capcom released an epic action RPG called Dragon's Dogma. Set in a fantasy world thrown into chaos due to the appearance of a dragon, the player, referred to as the Arisen, must fulfill their role and slay the dragon. This was pretty standard stuff, at least at first. But over the course of the adventure, secrets about the nature of the dragon are revealed, and the whole dogma part of the title begins to make a lot more sense. I would personally recommend the video game to anyone who likes RPGs or cool action combat. But what about the anime? The anime Dragon's Dogma is another Netflix streaming exclusive, and while it loosely follows the video game source material, it ends up falling flat most of the time. The premise of the anime starts out similar to the video game. A dragon appears out of nowhere and rampages across a fantasy kingdom. A guy named Ethan becomes an Arisen after witnessing the dragon kill his wife and child. This event sets Ethan off on a quest of revenge as he endeavors to hunt down the dragon. Just like the Arisen from the video game, Ethan is assisted in his mission by an otherworldly entity known as a pawn. His chosen pawn, named Hana, becomes his constant companion, and the two act as the main characters of this short 7-episode anime. As the pair travels to land, they meet various people, with each encounter showcasing the dark side of the human condition. Every episode corresponds with one of the 7 deadly sins, and there are few happy endings to be had. I would be willing to say that the bleak tone of this show is what brings it down in my mind. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy some edge from time to time, and the video game this anime is based on had plenty of dark fantasy elements. Hell, the game's expansion was even titled Dark Arisen and was nothing but gloom and dread. It's just that the game managed to balance out the grim stuff with some humor and hope from time to time. This anime offered little of either. When it comes to the characters, the focus is primarily placed on Ethan and Hana. Ethan is an empathetic man who believes in doing the right thing and helping others. Meanwhile, Hana is an apathetic warrior without any worldly desires, only interested in helping Ethan hunt down the dragon. As the two travel and fight together, they begin to inherit each other's worldviews, and Ethan becomes more single-minded in his quest for vengeance, while Hana begins to understand and even feel more human. On the subject of presentation, this anime is a mixed box. The animation is almost entirely 3D, and for the human characters and most of the environments, it's pretty good. But the monsters though. Almost every monster in this anime looks janky as hell. The one exception may be the Hydra, but it's still not great. That I can't stop looking at how weird the dragon's skin texture is. Why does it gotta look that way? The music, on the other hand, is great. They had Toyoshi Makino, one of the original game's composers, craft the anime's music. The orchestral themes all managed to feel epic, and definitely elevated the action for me. While the anime does feature an actual opening title sequence, it does little to get me hyped, so it fails. It carries a somber yet determined feel over bleak visuals of skeletons and monsters, and I would have probably given this anime a 10 out of 10 if only it had the original game's J-Rock opening blaring over some epic shonen, running off of cliffs or clashing blades or staring off into the distance all brooding. I like shonen anime openings, they're cool. In conclusion, Dragon's Dogma, the anime, was not all I had hoped for, but I'm still glad I got something, and hopefully this Netflix adaptation helps spark more interest in a great video game franchise, and possibly paves the way for more media in the future. I would recommend this anime to fans of the video game who are willing to temper their expectations, and also fans of dark fantasy series such as Berserk and Goblin Slayer. If you liked the video, please destroy that like button and subscribe. Also, feel free to check out this channel's lesser, non-anime content. They watch movies and talk about how much they hate women, apparently. I just review anime. Anyway, this has been Assault on Anime, and the wind is pushing me, so try not to die.